Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now this video is going to be a slight departure from my traditional fare. It is still going to be about politics, but instead of focusing on politics in general, I am going to be focusing on a specific individual, and that specific individual is the APC chairperson, the chairman of the APC party, Adams Oshiomhole. So I am going to be focusing on Adams Oshiomhole, and I am going to be talking about corruption. And the reason why I'm going to be talking about corruption and Adams Oshiomhole is because Adams Oshiomhole, every time he comes on the news and every time you see a news feed about him, he talks about nothing else but corruption. It's 16 years of APC corruption. He will tell you fantastic and fanciful stories about corruption's real and imagined, and he will lump them all together and package it for your consumption. So corruption, that is his favorite topic. So why not then join him on that journey? So now Adams Oshiomhole, of course, came through to the public consciousness as a labor activist. So he used to be the lead of the labor union for Nigeria, and then he used to agitate and fight for workers' rights, etc. All very laudable and all very as we would want it, all very good, So in those times, of course, he would have some earning, because he would not have been a poor man being the president of the Nigerian Labor Union, but certainly he would not command the sort of wealth that is subsequently being associated with him. So he started off as a labor union representative, and then he went on to become the president of the labor union, and then in a volte-face he crossed the carpet completely to go into politics, and subsequently became the governor of his state. So he became the governor of his state, which he presided over for 2 terms, and then obviously the 2 terms is the tenure for residency in any elective post, especially the president and the governors. So he served his 2 terms, and that was it. So now I'm associating the Adams Oshiomhole name with corruption because and I'm sure you'll be asking why. So I am associating the Adams Oshiomhole name with corruption because all of the paraphernalia that you see around corruption is manifest in this man. So here we have Adams Oshiomhole, a 60-something-year-old man. Now, Adams Oshiomhole, I'm sure even his own mother would say that is not the most aesthetically pleasing visually. Is not. I don't think anybody, even his own mother, would associate the word handsome with Adams Oshiomhole, and I think that's a fair comment to make. I do not think that anybody and with a good pair of eyes, even anybody with bad eyesight, would associate the Adams Oshiomhole with the word handsome or attractive or any of those adjectives. So certainly not. No, he's a short little man. He's very dark skinned. He's very grim looking. They say sin is ugly. If there's anything uglier than sin, it's probably that fella Adams Oshiomhole. So it's uglier than sin, and that's fair enough. We can't all be attractive. Nobody can be as good looking as one man went to Mo. I acknowledge that. So that's accepted. So now we have this 60-something-year-old Adams Oshiomhole who has suddenly come into wealth by way of participating in politics and being the governor of his state for 2 terms, and then this sudden found wealth has suddenly now made him rather a catch. And then so he starts to travel the world on a very generous expense account. And in the course of this travel, of course, he runs into a flight attendant in the first class lounge of the Emirates airline. And who is that flight attendant? Well, it's a young lady called Lara Fortes. So, and who is Lara Fortes? Well, Lara Fortes is a young lady, a mixed-race flight attendant slash model from the Cape Verde. So this is a very attractive model who also doubles as a flight attendant from Cape Verde. She's actually even known to have won beauty pageants in her home country, but she then obviously through that part of her beauty found herself with the Emirate, because this is the sort of people that you have working for the Emirate. So an attractive young mixed race beauty queen model flight attendant attending to her duties in the first class lounge of the Emirates airline, and then a short, stumpy 60-something-year-old Edo man, skinhead and funny looking teeth with a hacksaw accent, like he was munching on namala as he's talking the English, and I'm making fun of him, and I'm making grammatical errors too. So as he's talking as though, you know, he has a sort of like a speech impediment. So these are the two characters. One, a beauty queen, the desires of probably 80% of the male populations in the world, and here you have a runt of the litter, somebody who is only attractive probably to his own mother, who is obliged to find him attractive because he is her spawn. So now suddenly fast forward, these two people are getting married. Now what would attract Lara Fortes, an attractive 20-something-year-old beauty queen model air hostess, to 60-something-year-old short, stumpy, funny-looking Adams Oshiomhole? So they said this love, but then it is love, but it's certainly not the love of Adams Oshiomhole, certainly not. It is the love of the content of his wallet. I think there's absolutely no one out there disputing that. So now my real point though is what has positioned Adams Oshiomhole, because before I get to that point, let me just make this point first. Now, I have described this Lara Fortes. She's attractive, she's young, she's mixed race, she's a beauty queen, she's a model, she's a flight attendant. So this is a girl that has the pickings of very wealthy people. This is somebody that works for the Emirates, so that's an Arab cusp. So she has access to all that Arab wealth as well. So this is a girl that would have, and I'm sure she's not short of suitors. So this is a girl that is within the arena, within the sphere of a lot of money and a lot of wealthy people, and she's extremely attractive. So she's definitely having a lot of people of great wealth desiring her company. So she has a lot of suitors, effectively, is what I'm saying, and a lot of them very wealthy. So now what would it then have taken for somebody of that beauty, of that caliber, to then accede to somebody of Adams Oshiomhole's presentation? And I'm going to put a picture of both of them obviously on the video so you can see exactly visually what I'm saying, because Adams Oshiomhole is 5 foot nothing. This girl is about 6 foot. She has a striking physique. He looks like I don't really want to make too many disparaging remarks about this guy, because that's not really my style of talking about people. That's not my style of doing things. But really, the parallels are not there, and this is really where that element of corruption comes in, because before Adams Oshiomhole is able to get the attention of that girl, never mind getting her consent to marry him, never then getting her parents to agree. We're not talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're not even talking about millions of dollars, but we're talking about tens of millions of dollars. So we're talking about a price tag actually in the $50-60 million bracket. That would have been the spend for Adams Oshiomhole that would have been the price for Adams Oshiomhole to have convinced this girl to accept what he is proposing for her to be his wife. Because look at it, this is a young girl, he's an old man, he's over twice her age, she's attractive and she's got options, you know, so it's not as though she's starved for options. She's internationally available because obviously she works for an airline, she's educated, she's a lawyer, you know, so it's not as though she's at starvation's door and she needed to be rescued. So this is a high-end, high-quality product. And look at Adams Oshiomhole, who is making the proposition. He is like I said, it is not the most visually, aesthetically pleasing of all beings there is. So then you would have to then put a price tag, obviously, on that relationship, and that price tag that would take for that leap for somebody of Adams Oshiomhole's presentation to attain a girl of that Lara Fort presentation is a $50-60 million price tag. And if you look at the pictures on this video, you will see exactly what I mean. It's a $50-60 million spend for somebody like Adams Oshiomhole, because you're asking this girl to give up her life for this guy, because she was in her late 20s, early 30s. She was barely 30 when they met, and he was 62, 63. So it's twice her age already. It's twice her age, half her height, you know, 10% her look, even minus 10% her looks, you know. So there's really nothing that would gravitate that girl towards somebody like Adams Oshiomhole, except there's a heavy spend, because this girl is effectively giving up her life for him, because by the time whatever happens, he would have taken the best qualities of her life away. He'd have probably dropped. Anyway, you know what I mean. I don't really want to go too deeply into, because this is really an arena that I don't tend to want to gravitate towards. But I just saw this Adams Oshiomhole chap talking shit about corruption again, and I'm thinking, well, corruption. Well, the corruption is literally in bed with you, you know. The corruption, your corruption, is actually something that you sleep with every single night. So this is the ridiculousness of the Nigerian system. So corruption, Adams Oshiomhole, Lara Fort. What do you think? What do you make of my take on this? Comment in the comment section. That's where the conversation takes place. Yes, this is a slight departure from what I usually talk about, but it just struck me, and I thought I'd present it to you guys to see what you make of it. So what you make of it is what you detailed in the comment section, and you can be sure that I will respond. So let's have that conversation there. So I'll leave you here, meet you there, and I'll say peace.